New day. I just finished up honing and putting crosshatch in all the bores. The highlighted area is dead nuts within spec. I did averages, what's going on here, and on average I'm a half thousandths smaller than spec. Half thousandths plus and minus is spec. One thousandths plus or minus, but the majority of the bore is in spec. Thousandths, half the bore is in spec. Half thousandths plus or minus, and number 6, the bore got a little half a thousandths too big, but I'm still in spec in many locations of it. Let me show you. I took 3 measurements, or 3 levels of measurements. There's your pin. So G is your thrust side, F is your pin side, top, middle, bottom. Most of the bottom ones are within an inch of the bottom. So it looks like they were all just a half thou too tight. That one was, what, a half thou too big. I'm not going to worry about that. Number 6 is the farthest away from the water pump. That cylinder is going to run hot anyways, so that half thou, I'm not even going to worry about that. Really, I'm not going to worry about any of this, because the engine I got in the Nash now has 26 thousandths piston to bore clearance. This is why I'm rebuilding this engine. The one in the Nash now is on its last legs. So, I'll do a little comparison of where we started with. Let's see here. Let's see, yeah. So I was 0.380, and I've got it bigger there, blah, blah, blah. Let me see, where's F2? 75, yeah, see, so look how far out of spec that was. I don't know, when I get done with the project, I'll post the before and after specs so you can look at them. But the average specs, it was 3.5 thou, and pretty much I'm at 5 thou now. About 3 thou, 5 thou. So you can see that I have brought this into a manageable size tolerances. This is too tight, especially that one right there. That would score the piston and the bore. I am not going to get any noise out of this, and I'm not going to score the piston and bore. Good to go. So let's move on to the ring sizing. I should be okay with this because Diamond Pistons fitted the rings to the bore size that's called out on their spec card. Should be okay. I'm almost out of that machine shop's grasp that it had me in. The only other work they did to this engine is, well, they painted the cam bearing. I've got to clean that up, or one of the cam bearings. And they put in valve guides, and as I showed earlier on, you can clearly see they did not put them in the same height. This should not be too much of a problem. I hope that these valve guides do not go through a water jacket. I don't think they do. If they don't, I should be all right. I had Roush do the clearances and the hardened seats. They've lapped the valves, as you can see. This is, I've been working with Roush for 35 years. I don't think I've ever returned anything to them. And thousands and thousands of projects have come across my desk when I was working related to them. So I'm confident I'm not going to have a mess on my hands with anything they did. Okay, On to ring gaps. Okay. Remember what I said? These rings should go pretty quick. So I put the first ring in. There's no freaking ring groove. Ah! So I dug through the paperwork. What the hell's going on here? I've never used rings like this before. They're called gapless rings. And then it says file to fit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But at least it gives me a spec that I can go by. Bore size by thousandths. This is gonna take freaking forever. Oh my God. Let's get at it. Okay, I just looked into this piston ring filing thing. I guess I've been spoiled over the years. All that stuff was sent to me the exact size it needed to be. I'm going to order or go get a manual piston ring gapper. I'm not going to spend any big money on a electric one. I have a job coming in tomorrow. Stepdaughter's needs a brake job. Ooh, light beer. I already ordered the parts for that. Fusion, I've not done one before, but brake job's a brake job. Neighbor brought over lawnmower blades. They no longer make the blade that they need with the proper hole. So I'm going to size that. No sense in making a video on drilling holes. It depends what type of hole. But, oh yeah, that's tomorrow's job. I'm out of here for today.